As Kirsten mentioned in my intro, my experience has shown me that justice is best served when people have genuine hope for their future and the realistic chance of achieving their goals. I wholeheartedly believe that we all play a role in helping to build that community support network, not only because the quality of life of our entire community is depending on it, but because all of our lives will be made better because of it. In closing, let's remember another quote from a promising young lady, Tia Rogers. Let the magic of the YWCA spark you. It's sparking moms, daughters, and other families. Your support and encouragement are gifts giving to others. Tia has already shown us that she plans on giving her gifts back to others. And so should we. Thank you and be blessed.
Let's celebrate our chief again, please. Give him another great big hand. We know that you're in a hurry to get back to work and get about your busy day, but before you do that, there's one more thing we need for you to do for us. In saying thank you for all that you have done and for what you're going to do, we simply want you to be reminded that the YWCA exists simply because of you and your giving and your care, your consistent giving. Chief, you have served us so well in the last few months, over and over again. As often as we called you, you came. And we didn't dial 911. Most of the time, we call Ms. Monroe, and she knows how to get you. But you've come full circle with us. You've seen the children, and you've seen the families, and you've seen the women. You know what we do. But what we want you to know is that how we do it is with these 300 best friends of the YWCA. They are believers. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you. Thank you for all that you have done, for what you are doing, and for what you intend to do. You can tell from Tia and the words that she had to say that we do work very hard at the YWCA. When I approached the chief and I wanted to greet him for being here today and to thank him, and I said, now, Chief, you be careful because I have to follow you. He said, I'm going to be careful because I'm afraid of Tia. She is the star of the day, and we are so proud of her, a very next motivational speaker. Give her a hand. I need to ask you to do something if you will be so kind. You were invited here by a hostess, and that hostess is sitting at the table now with you, hopefully. Look at that person, and somewhere at the center of the table, you will also find a white little shopping bag. Now, don't do as I did. Do not remove it from the table. But inside of the table is an envelope, and that envelope contains a pledge card. Even if you don't give your gift today, we need you to complete the pledge card. The card indicates a number of ways that you can give. Now, I will say, if you give your gift over time, that gives us a better indication of the support that we have. You can be just like me. I wrote my last check a week ago. And so I'm getting ready to start all over again with a new pledge. We are so grateful for your presence today, for what you have done. Good things are happening. Every year you come back to hear the good news. Let me give you a piece of very good news. Tia's mother was just hired by Duke Energy. Will you give her a hand? I came to the YWCA many, many years ago as a consultant and served providing training sessions for staff and for children and families. Over time, I served as a volunteer because there were times when the YWCA could not pay me. My belief is so deep, I'm willing to do the work without pay as a volunteer. And I was grateful to have that privilege. But more than 3 years ago, I came to the YWCA as a broken businesswoman. Yes, my business went flat. I was so embarrassed. I had no idea how I could continue the work. Well, as I sat down and spoke with the leaders of the YWCA, I was offered a full-time position as the very first family support coordinator. It was because of your gifts, because of what you do on a daily basis to support this agency. I was afforded the opportunity to serve as the very first family support coordinator, and my job was to put my arms around mothers like tears and to encourage them to meet with families at their kitchen table, to walk through the school halls and to encourage the staff and teachers and administrators to look closer at our children and find additional ways of helping them. And yes, to coordinate programs just like Strong Men Pushing Reading. Chief was our speaker, and when he came, the sun came up because there were men in the room that had never stood that close to the law with the sun shining on them. We always give good books to our guest speakers and to our men, and we gave a book to the chief called My Pop Pop and Me. He said, that's a favorite book of mine because that's what my children call me. Just like the chief, many of you are centered on your families because you want them to be the best they can be. Regardless of what we do, it is a family that we're concerned about. The love and the support that I received from the YWCA during my time there as a full-time employee really blessed me and my family. For not only could I practice my craft in the evening of my career, but I was also able to take full opportunity of every single benefit afforded the full-time employees. So I walked away from the YW better off than I was when I came. It is my prayer that they are better off that I came that way. Give me a hand if you will. And so I would remind you of your responsibility now. If you will be so kind as to complete that form, leave it at the center of the table inside of the white envelope. And that way we can stay in touch with you because we know that you too believe. As I leave the mic, I simply want to leave these words with you. It's an old Chinese proverb which says, if there is right in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there's beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the home. If there is harmony in the home, there will be order in the nation. If there's order in the nation, then there will be peace in the world. Peace be with you, my sisters and brothers. Thank you so much for what you have done. Do have a wonderful day.